Okay. Yes guys, today we'll discuss one problem which is related to the variations in assignment problem, that is maximization. So when the objective of a firm is maximization, and how we'll make an assignment of different entities in that problem. Okay. But here the problem itself has been given in theoretical. So first we need to frame a opportunity or a profit matrix from the given data. So what is given in the problem means, first let us identify a company has 4 territories open and there are 4 salesmen that were available. So 4 salesmen and 4 different districts for assignment. Now we need to identify assign which territorial area has to be assigned for which salesperson. For that they have given the territories are not equally rich in their sales potential. It is estimated that the total salesman operating in each territory will bring the following annual sales. So what are the annual sales that are generated by each salesman in that respective territorial areas has been given. So territorial area and what are the annual sales in that area has been given here. This is one important aspect which is useful to us. Next one, the 4 salesmen are considered to be different in abilities. Obviously every employee will not have the same potential. In such a case, it is estimated that the working under the same conditions, their yearly sales would be proportionally as follows. See guys, one of the important element that we need to remember here is proportionality. It has to be considered. It matters in the solving the problem. The given data has been given in proportion. They are not the exact. So if proportion means 7:5:5:4. This is the proportion has been given here for A, B, C, D. This is the meaning of this given data. Okay. Now what we need to do, if the criteria is maximization, see here, maximum expected total sales. The company objective is to maximize the company sales of that company. The intensive answer is to assign the best salesmen to the richest territory and so on. So whoever performing very well will be assigned for the first territorial, which is the richest one, so that the sales will be maximized. Like that we need to make an assignment. Now how we will do that one means, now first let us consider here, as we said, this is 7:5:5:4. Now we need to find out, instead of percentages, proportions, what is the total of each salesman in different territorial areas. So for that, total proportion equal to 7 plus 5 plus 5 plus 4. That is from the given data. It is equal to 21. Okay. Now what are the annual sales of A? How much annual sales that A can be created means, we will take in the different contexts. A may be appointed for first territorial area, A may be appointed for second territorial area, A might be appointed for third territorial area, or else he might be appointed for fourth territorial area. For in each case, what are his total earnings? How we will find out that one means 7. Why we have taken here 7 means, because the portion of A is 7. 7 divided by 21. Why 21? Because we have already specified that it is a portion. In the 24, the person is able to sell 7%. Okay, 7 by 24 into what are the sales of A? If he is in the first territorial area, that is 60,000. That is the first value that we will get. Semicolon. That means it is one value. What is the second value of A in the second territorial area means, see here, this value never changes. Why? It is done by A. So 7 by 21 into what are the sales, annual sales in the second territorial area, that is 50,000. Next, third one. Same for A that we are calculating. So 7 by 21 into what are the sales in the territorial area 3, that is 40,000 into 40,000. Last one, 7 by 24 into the last value territorial area, that is 30,000. Like this as we will get. But when we'll here we can solve this problem in two ways. We can able to calculate these values and we'll take directly these values in our opportunity cost matrix. But as the values are bigger here, they are in thousands, and the second problem that will arise is when we'll solve this one, we'll get fraction values. So in order to remove this one, what I did means, let us consider sales for 21 years. Why 21 years? This is the annual sale. Annual sale means 1 year sale. Now, when I will convert this 1 year sale into 21 years, why denominator is 21 years? In such a case, 21 will be get cancelled. At the end of the problem, again we will convert. So, sales for 21 years of A. What are the sales of A for 21 years? By considering 1 unit equal to 10,000. So, here also I said this is one problem is fraction. Second problem is the values are in thousands. So, instead of that, throughout the problem or everywhere we got in thousands. In such a case, 1 unit equal to, we will take it as, consider it as 10,000. In such a case, what is the data that we will get means, see here, 7 by 21 remains the same. 60,000 sales, it will become 6 now. Why? 1 unit of sale equal to 10,000 units. So, it will become 6. That means 60,000 divided by 10,000, that is equal to 6. For how this is annual sales. Now we are going to make it as, expand it as for 21 years. So into 21. This is one value. Next one 7 by 21 into 5 into 21. Like this as we will calculate. Okay. When we will simplify this one, the values which we will get will be 42, 35, 28, 21. These are the sales of A for different territorial areas 1, 2 and 3. For in the different 3 territorial areas, what are the sales of A means these are the sales. That means we got the first row in our matrix. Okay, like that as we will calculate for B, C and D. So sales for 21 years of B by considering 1 unit equal to 10,000. Like the same simplification. So here whatever the values that we got, according to that as we will see here. Here we have 5 into 6. 5 in next one 5 into 5 because 1 unit equal to 10,000. Again here the percentages that we have proportion we have taken A for 21 years. So like this as we will calculate for B. Again we will calculate the same for C as well as D. Okay. Sales for 21 years of D by considering 1 unit equal to 10,000. These are the values that we will get. Now we will form a matrix form. This matrix we will call it as maximum expected total sales. Why? We have calculated the sales for 21 years. Sales for 21 years that we have calculated. So all these values are representing sales, and here the objective of the form in the given problem itself is maximization. So maximum expected total sales for 21 years are given by this matrix. Okay. Now this is in maximization now. Now what is the element that we need to do? Converting the maximization to minimization. How we will do that one? As we said just as we did in the previous problem, that every element of this matrix will be subtracted from the largest value. What is the largest value in the entire matrix means 42 is the largest value. Now 42 minus 42, 42 minus 35, 42 minus 28, 42 minus 21. Next 42 minus 30. Every element has to be deducted from the largest element. So subtracting each element from the largest element of the matrix. What is that element means? 42. The resultant minimization opportunity cost matrix is. Now this is total maximization expected sales. Now this is minimization opportunity cost matrix is this one. Okay. Now after deducting after deducting all these elements from 42, then we will get this matrix that we will call it as minimization matrix. Now according to the Hungarian's method, it is already in a square matrix. In such a case, we will go for row reductions. No, how do we go for the row reductions means, what is the minimum value from the first row, that value will be deducted. So what is the minimum value means 0. So 0 minus any value will become the same. So 0 minus 0, 7 minus 0 is 7, 14 minus 0 is 14, 21 minus 0 is 21. Okay, whereas the second row that we have, it is 12, 17, 22, 27. What is the minimum value? Means 12. So 12 minus 12 is 0, 17 minus 12 is 5, 22 minus 12 is 10, 27 minus 12 is 15. Guys, remember one thing, this is an opportunity cost matrix that we said. We never get any negative values. If at any place you are getting a negative value, means you have did a mistake. So just recheck your answer once again. Okay, like this as we'll do the row reduction for third row and fourth row, as the 12 is the minimum value here and 18 is the minimum value in the fourth row, as we'll do this one. Okay, now this is the row reduction. From the row reduction we'll do for column reduction. First column 0, so it will resembles like same. Second column, what is the minimum value? Means 5. So 7 minus 5, 5 minus 5, 5 minus 5. Here it is 14 minus 5. Wait guys, the paper is missing here. Yes, these are the column reductions that we will get here. See, yes, sorry. These are the column reductions. See, first one all zeros. So the first column will be same as 0. Second column, what is the minimum value? Means 4 is the minimum value. Sorry, 7 minus 4 is 3. 5 minus 4 is 1. 5 minus 4 is 1. 4 minus 4 is 0. Second one, what is the minimum value? Means 8 is the minimum value. 14 minus 8 is 6. 10 minus 8 is 2. Again 10 minus 8 is 2. 8 minus 8 is 0. Like this. Now last row 12 is the minimum element. Now we will deduct that one. Now we will get, this is the column reduction matrix. Now after this one, what is the next task according to the Hungarian's method? Means making an assignment. Now how we will do that assignment? Means first we need to check for rows which are having single 0. Now where do we have a single 0? Means first row we have only 1 0. So what we will do? We will make an assignment of that one, and all the other zeros in that column will be crossed. So we are going to cross all the other zeros present here. Okay. Now first row completed. Second row, is there any 0 present? No. Third row, any 0 present? No. Fourth row, do we have any zeros? Means yes, we have zeros, but does there a single 0? No, we have 3 zeros. Such case we are not going to make any assignment. Now we'll go for column assignment. Now we'll see, are there any zeros in the first column? Means yes, there are 4 zeros in the first column, but they have been already either assigned or crossed. So there is no assignment will takes place in the first column. Whereas second column, do we have any single zeros here? Means yes, we have a single 0 in the second column. Now we'll make an assignment of this one. So we will assign, and all the other zeros present in that respective column will be crossed. So these 2 zeros that we are going to cross. Now third column, do we have any 0? Means 1 present, but it has been already crossed because we have made an assignment in that row. Okay. Now fourth one, there is only 1 0 which has been already crossed. In such a case, there is no other assignment. Now we'll check for optimality. Does our solution is optimum at this stage or not? For that, the condition of optimality is the number of rows should be equal to number of assignments. But here the number of rows are 4, but we have only 2 assignments, that is 2. So 4 never be equal to 2. Now for that, what we need to do means we need to draw minimum number of lines so that we are able to find out the optimum solution. Now how we'll do that one means? First point, we need to identify rows which does not have any 0. Now first row there is an assignment, so don't take this one. Now second row, do we have any assignment here? Means there is no assignment. So first what we will do, we will tick here. Okay, it has been already I have written, but for your understanding I am writing with pencil. Okay, now third row, do we have any assignment in the third row? Means no assignment, so we'll put a tick mark here. Okay, now first we have made an tick on second row. Is there any zero which might be crossed in the second row? That means we have 1. So for that respective column we will put a tick mark. We'll put a tick mark in that respective column. Okay, are there any other zeros? Means no. Now again fourth one, what is this one? Third column. Now in the third row, any other zeros? Means only 1 0 present. Here we have already marked. Okay, so we have marked the rows in that zeros that we have marked. Now in this column, do we have any assigned row zero? That means in this column, do we have any assigned zero? Means here we have one assigned zero. Now put a tick mark in that respective row. Okay, now in this row, do we have any other zeros? No. Okay, so we will leave this one. Now what is the next task that we need to do? We need to draw a line through uncovered rows. Uncovered row means there is no tick mark here. Unmarked row, sorry, not uncovered, unmarked row. So we will put a line for the fourth row first, because there is no marking here. Next one is marked column, where we have put a marked means first column. So throughout this first column we will draw another line. Do we have any such type of category elements? Means no. Okay, now so this is the marking will takes place. Now what is the next task we need to do? Minimum element that we need to identify. What is the minimum element present? 1 is the minimum element. Minimum uncovered element equal to 1. Now this value will be subtracted from uncovered elements and it will be added to point of intersection and all the other values which are line covered, which has been already passed through the line and which are not the point of intersection, those values copied as it is. Now by using that one, as we will form a new matrix here. Okay, so first one row line has been passed, so 0 0 0. Here we have a point of intersection, so 1, and here the line has been crossed, so 0 0 0, and all these values, whatever the values present here, minus 1. 3 minus 1, 6 minus 1, 9 minus 1. That means 2 5 8. See here, 2 5 8. Next one, 1 minus 1, 0, 2 minus 1, 1, 3 minus 1, 2, 0 1 2. 0 1 2. In the third row also we have the same value, so we will get this one. Now after this one, again assignment, row and column assignment. See here, first we will go for row assignment. How do we do this row assignment? Means identify the row with single zero. Again the first row will have only 1 0. We will make the assignment here and we will cross all the other zeros present in that respective column. So we will cross these two. Okay, now second one, here what happened, already there are 2 zeros here, there are 2 zeros here, there are 3 zeros here, so leave them for column, or else if you want you can make an assignment here itself. Okay, now column assignment, already the first row has been assigned, there are no zeros present here. Now second column, how many zeros present? Means 3 zeros present, so leave this for some time. Now third column, how many zeros present in the third column? Means only 1 0. Make an assignment of that respective 0.